Secondhand toy dealer here, and today I'm going to be showing you the McFarland Toys Movie Maniacs 4 Jaws Deluxe Boxed Set. This was released in the year 2001. There are some videos on YouTube showing a close look at this set, but some of those don't have the higher definition, good video quality that I hope to achieve today, and I don't know that I've seen anybody do an unboxing and assembly video of this. Now, I feel like it's potentially criminal in 2020 to take a brand new in the box Jaws McFarland set and open and assemble it. But here's my reason behind it. When I purchased this, my intention was to display this new in the package. I have a toy collection in my shop, and you can see here that I kind of arrange things on a pegboard in kind of columns. Things that are similar in width to each other will be in columns, and boy, this box was just bigger than I anticipated it being, and I don't really have anything that is this width. And this is really like a game of catch-22. I tried rearranging things on my pegboard to find a nice place for this, but boy, I just could not find a good home for this on the pegboard. Personally, I think that this thing just looks epic, all put together and displayed, assembled. I realize that I am going to be killing the resale value of this should I ever decide to sell this to make room for something different, but I think this is one of those things that's probably going to stay in the collection, and I think that I've built a nice little display case for this. Now, I purchased this in the early part of 2020. I picked it up on eBay for $210 shipped, and that seems to be a really good price these days. Very consistently now you're seeing people ask $250 and $300 for this box set new in the package, and if the packaging is in really good condition, a lot of people are asking $300-$400, and graded I'm seeing it listed between $700 and $800. So these things have really gone up in price. Now, when I received this was pretty accurately represented on the eBay listing, but I do think that it is in a little worse condition than I was expecting it to arrive. After looking at the pictures closer and examining this in person, I don't think that the seller misrepresented it, but the packaging is a little more beat up than I expected it was going to be. There's a kind of a crease along the front edge of it. The plastic has got a dent in the front. There's a dip in the plastic there, and I just feel like this thing is going to look more epic displayed in a case. And I do feel bad about opening one of these after almost 20 years of being in the package, and I would have liked to have purchased one that was in good shape already out of the packaging, but I don't know how you would ship something like this. There are so many little pieces in there that all of those ladder rungs are so brittle that I don't know how it would possibly survive a trip through the post office without the specific packaging that it has come in. Everything's all placed in there nicely to keep it from moving around. So this is the best way I could see, without buying it in person, to get one that is in great condition to start with, to put in a nice display case. So let's go ahead and open this thing up. Like I said, I think that I will be one of the only, if not the only, video showing the unboxing and assembly of this item. I'm going to keep the packaging and try and keep all of the packaging in good shape so that if I ever do go to sell this, At least I have that included, and I'm not going to just throw the packaging away. I'm trying to do this gently so that I don't harm the packaging. Okay. What to start with first? Take our time and get this thing taken out very carefully. It's made it this far without being harmed or broken. I would hate to be the reason that it was harmed or broken now. I'm sure that this is not going to be the most entertaining part of this video. Ooh. That was exciting. Okay, do we have everything cut? I think that we do. Captain is free. See here, I don't see any instructions or anything here. Alright, so that looks like that is the end of the packaging. Alright, so let's remove the tape here. I think that this was really good thinking on their part to include this plastic protector here to prevent that from getting knocked off while it was sitting on the shelf waiting to be sold in a store. Because this was right up against that plastic, and there was obviously a dent in the front of the plastic, so something impacted it, but that little protective piece definitely kept it safe. Alright, so you can see here that there is a notch in the mast, and that would only go in one way. Alright, so that goes in there. It seems like there is some like super glue or something making this string stiff in a way that I don't know that that was intended. But we'll get these set on here and see what that looks like. Okay. That goes in there. Okay. 2 down, 4 to go. Like that. for my experience, I don't feel like those aren't taut. I feel like that worked out pretty okay. I think that the string having a little bit of this super glue forcing it out really didn't help sell what it's supposed to look like, but looking at it overall, I would say that looks... Alright, so let's put the fishing rods, or I presume these are fishing rods. And then the last thing would be, and I should have started with this because I wouldn't have to monkey around with this. Alright, so now that it's all assembled, let me get off the tripod here and give you a closer look at it. Alright, so giving you a close look at everything assembled. The shark is glossy to help sell that wet, just jumping out of the water look. Got a lot of blood in his teeth and around his mouth. Got some blood on the deck of the boat with a lot of debris floating around. Quint is gripping his hand in unbearable pain as he meets his end. You've got the controls for the boat. The flag at the top of the mast. Light. Maybe a searchlight or a speaker. Got a bell. The crank. The exhaust from the engine and the ladder. Looks like there's a bucket down there. A toolbox. This door is hinged and can be positioned how you want to display it. Got your remaining barrels. There's the shark teeth on the front of the boat. The broken glass. Spears. Light. Alright, let me see if I can get in here and show you the interior. You can see the couch and table. You can see that the fire extinguisher is on the table. What's cool is the little light that hangs over the table is actually sitting at an angle so that it reflects that the boat is kind of coming up out of the water. There's a first aid kit. So just lots and lots of detail. All right, let's put this in the display case that I made for it and see how it looks in there. Okay, here it is in the display cabinet that I made for it. I made a box to go on top of my gun locker. I lined the inside of it with some foam poster board to give it a nice flat white sheen, a very clean look inside. I put a mirror in the bottom to help promote illumination and just really light this thing up for display. Got a little LED light mounted in the top, and I made the top rail of the door low enough that it would conceal that light. And boy, I think that just displays really nice. Be kept out of dust and hopefully away from the kids' Nerf darts, and protected really nice behind that glass.